starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Doc Holiday. We back again, as always, with another HBCU tonight. It's Saturday night. Everybody's in. About to have a good time. But before we get to everything, let me give you a shout out to the sponsor, Merch Sports. Watch the video.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
And we back. Ooh, it's dark on this side too. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, we back. Okay, that's better. Much better with the light. Much better with the light, man. Whoo, shoot. How's everybody doing tonight, man? How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing tonight? And let everybody know the chat is open up to everybody. It is open up to everybody. So, man, look, I feel you. I'm trying to stay warm over here too, man. So we both in the same boat. We are both in the same boat. But see if I could add some stuff on here. get some stuff added on here. I'm gonna learn this thing. I'm gonna learn it. Um, while we're waiting on for our guest to come up, um, waiting on for our guest to come up, you can get some people up in the chat. Um, uh, y'all know how we do, but again, whew, anyway. So I'm still fooling with this new one right here. I think I might go back to the old one, but it all depends. But anyway, man. Anyway, we back. We are back. We are back. We got the good lighting over here. If you haven't done it by now, make sure that you like the stream. Make sure that you comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel. Get everything that you want. Get everything that you need. HBCU Overdrive. So I'll let you know that right now. As I'm trying to get all through this right here, we'll be see if my guest is coming up because he texted me earlier, told me he was on his way home. But excuse me. But if you haven't, so become a subscriber, become a subscriber, become a subscriber to the YouTube channel. Also follow me on all social media platforms, on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. On Instagram and Twitter, you can follow me at HBCU_overdrive. On on Facebook, you can also follow me under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, if you want to become an exclusive member of the family, all you have to do is just hit the join button on the outside of the chat. Like I said, we're going to condense it back down to a certain amount. You get everything exclusive. You get everything what I put out there beforehand, and we're all going to do some actual exclusive member live streams, so that way everybody will understand where we coming from and what's rocking over here. So the only way you be able to do that is to become an exclusive member. Last but not least, if you are trying to donate to the channel, we do it three ways: PayPal, Cash App, and Zelle. PayPal is David Smith 1925. The Cash App is HBCU Overdrive. And the Zelle is David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. So that's how we get all of our stuff brought in. Also, you can hit up the super chat with your donation on there. Remember, everything goes towards the channel. It does not go towards my pocket. The bigger initiative that we got going on right now is trying to get to the HBCU Legacy Bowl. Like I said, I did raise. We did try to see where it's going to be at. I said about $1,000, but I know right now we are, it's kind of going through some things, but we will get that going on right now. But before we go ahead and get into some basketball, man, I got my guy right here. He is a friend of the channel. Man, I got my bro. Esaias Guthrie is in the building, man. What's going on?
What's up, boss? How you?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I got to get that applause.
Yeah.
How you feeling, man? How you
Good,
feeling?
man. I can't. How you?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good. Everybody about to get in this chat right now. They've been waiting on for you to come on. But staying warm out there. I know you kind of used to it being up from Delaware, but you staying warm out there in Jackson, man?
Yeah, it's not too cold. It ain't.
Okay, I think your audio.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now. Well, let me see. See you got your audio. See, try to say something. Uh-oh, I think he froze. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of choppy, but we're gonna try to see what we can do about it. So, so you spent the whole year out of football, man,
Yeah.
and you decide to come back and say, "Hey, it's time to come down to Jackson and make it, make it do what it do." So how you feel about, how do you feel, what I'm saying, after you play your first season at Jackson State, man?
I feel good about it. I feel real good about it. I feel like part of the first guy, first coach, first day.
Uh-oh. It's still, you got a slow connection.
Yeah, I might hold on. Let me switch. Let me see if I can get it on my other phone. And
Oh, okay, go ahead.
you hear me?
Yeah, say you said you about to go switch to your other phone.
Yeah. Let me try that.
Okay.
Try that. Damn. My bad.
That's all right. Listen, I'm gonna drop you down. So whenever you ready, just let me know.
All right.
All
Gotcha.
right. So we try to get these technical difficulties straightened out. But they come back on. I think he switched over. All right, let's try this one now.
You got me. You can hear me better.
Yeah, as much better.
All right. Perfect. Go ahead. Restate your question again. I'm sorry.
So I was saying, how do you feel after playing your first season at Jackson State, man?
Gotcha. I feel great. I feel great. I feel like a part of being, a first year guy, first year coach, first year team, first year staff, everything first year is kind of learning it, right? So I mean, that's what we was doing a lot of the time, just kind of getting a feel for the guys I was out there,
Mm-hmm.
getting a feel for the coaches and their play style, and that goes across the board, right? I mean, we got a lot of guys in first year positions. D coordinator came; he was a co-D coordinator. Now he's a not. It was his first year being a D coordinator, I believe, or just being back at a D coordinator, regardless. First year head
Mm-hmm.
coach. You know what I'm saying? Certain things are kind of a learning process. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of learning going on all levels. A lot of people being moved around, a lot of injuries throughout the year, and people had to adjust and move around and do different things. So I feel like we weathered the storm, came out with um, a winning record, and played in some tough positions as well. You know what I'm saying? We played in some hostile environments, and get wins road quite frequently. So I mean that was a big thing for us, right? We start
You're
off
right.
first 4 on the road. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to really overcome. But I
Mhm.
felt like we didn't complain. We got through it. And that's just a testament to our coaching staff and how they prepared us throughout.
Okay. All right, man. That's something I like to hear. So from this season alone, this past season, what do you feel like your strengths were and what your weaknesses were as players this season?
Um, I mean, coming from Delaware State, I played a different style of ball. Was able to play more so the pass game than anything. But I feel like this year, I was more needed in the run game. And coming in, coach told me, I'm saying they wanted to see me be more physical, and be consistent with it. And so it was a lot of times in games where I was damn near in the box. I'm saying, playing
Yeah.
run, heavy run. I'm saying, I leave games with 10, 9 tackles, coming from the safety. That's not something that's seen a lot. I'm saying, tackles for loss, tackles for loss, tackles for loss. A lot of not a lot of PBUs and interceptions like I'm used to. But I was able to switch up my game as the season went on, and became more comfortable. And so I feel like that was a real strong point for me. Um, but as that got strong, I felt like the other side got weak. And so me being in the passing game, being able to cover and get back into my covering ways kind of fell down a little bit. And so this year I'm really looking to just combine the two, and be very um, diverse in my playing style.
All right. So we talked about, you was referred to first year head coach, first year D coordinator, and everything. But what are your thoughts about playing for Coach TC?
I said it, man. I think I say it all the time. What I'm saying, he's a guy that I love to play for. What I'm saying, he's a guy I respect. He's a guy that treats us all equally. A guy that you can tell he loves the game of football, but he's a great man as well. What I'm saying, just walking around the facility, being able to talk to him about anything going on. And I damn sure had a lot going on during the season. So, but every step of the way, and he was a great leader for us.
All right. Um, Let me get back to these questions. Um, so so for this season, man, we talked about this when I first interviewed you. The second time I interviewed you, you was asking about what games you were ready to play. That's when you made
Yeah.
your commitment. Um, so what game were you mostly excited? Like you was geeked up to play
Yeah.
this season, this past season. give
Um.
me three of them.
Okay, three of mine. I mean, of course, the first game. What I'm saying, of course, the first game. That I was geeked up for that one. Um, Southern game was amazing. The environment in which we played, the consistency of the environment in which we played, that was amazing. And just having our locker room right there, where the on it, it was pretty dope to see. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that created the environment. It was dope. So those two for sure. Um, and I'll say homecoming and Alcorn probably tied. Home.
Okay.
So yeah, those three for sure.
Yeah, you looked. I know you looked out. You was like, dude, I never. I bet you was like, man, I never played in this from this many people right here. Like, serious.
Yeah, dope. It was dope for sure.
All right. Everybody like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like, look, where is E6? Where's E6? You out there in the neighborhood doing something. Um, so we gave y'all defensive backfield a nickname the no fly zone.
Yeah.
Um, so give me your thoughts about playing with the guys that your position, safety, cornerback, nickel.
Um, it was dope. I mean, we had a great run. A great led by a great coach. What I'm saying, Coach Quinn. He led us in a great way. Coach Quinn and Coach Mario. They led us in a great way. What I'm saying, got us prepared week in and week out, and made sure that we were prepared for the game. So when game time came, I mean, it was all about chemistry at that point. And a lot of times, I mean, if you look at it, I think most of if a lot of people, if you look at that first five that came out there to start the game, it was always something different. Whether it
Mm-hmm.
was being different, two positions being different. But at the end of the day, I don't think we ever had a consistent five that went out there on that first play, regardless of the game. And that just speaks to how we prepared during the week. I mean, guys stay prepared. Guys continuously got better throughout the week. Um, I mean, as the season went on, and so we were able to just funnel in guys. Guys got hurt. And again, it was no drop off. You know what I'm saying? We led the FCS, and was able to do some big things.
So yeah, we talking about guys like Tim Stewart, B.J. Washington. Both of those guys play. Both of them guys play safety.
Yeah,
You're talking about Jaheim Hazel, who was a big pickup for us this
that,
last off season. And then you got our regulars K5 and Jalen. So just with that group right there, it y'all gelled together. Even with when understandably so, when you was talking about your weaknesses as far as uh going back to being a pass uh uh getting PBUs,
yeah,
basically playing the pass and stuff like that. But you was able to play the box, but that kind of led to other players stepping up. And when I'm looking at it, is the way I look at it is that I'm looking at where you at. This whole season, I was looking at where you was at, and where everybody else was lined up at. And it seemed like where you was at, you was telling everybody, "Hey, this is what you need to do. This is where you need to go." And
yeah,
you was kind of being a maestro out there in the backfield.
yeah,
Um, but like I said, it led to other players stepping up, and even though you pretty much you was second or third in tackles on the team,
yeah,
it kind of played itself into in tune with each other. So it's like I get where some people is frustrated because we all looking at for the interception machine and get in Esaias Guthrie from Delaware State, but we also look at it like, can he play the run?
yeah.
What I'm saying? Can he bang out, bang with the running backs? Can he cover tight end? Can he do this? Can he do that? And I think you checked everything off the box this past season. I know you want to get back into your coverage skills and everything. But to get on the defense, a lot of people we had a lot of say about our defense,
Yeah.
about the defensive coordinator. How you feel about playing for Coach Bradley?
I love Coach Bradley. Coach Bradley is a player's coach through and throughout. He's a guy who I came in and they said, look, um, this is gonna be a role on the team. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be the voice of the back end. Um, you're gonna have to get guys in position and play from that way. And so that's something I was used to, somewhat, sort of at Delaware State, but not fully. But it's something I took on, and I was the guys. Yeah.
Uh,
Um, you hear me?
yeah, we hear you now. You was choppy a little bit.
All right. I was making sure we were in certain checks and making sure things were right. So I mean, I appreciate them for giving me that responsibility. Um, 'Cause that's huge. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be the guy back there, putting everybody in position. But I mean, Coach Bradley and Coach Quinn, both of them, um, even Coach Hammond. You know what I'm saying? They really worked with us as a group as the week went on and let us know what was. I mean, we couldn't have been more prepared going into games. From my standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that we knew that they were going to run this a percentage of times. They were going to run this how many times. They want to do this and they want to do that. And as the game went on, um, a lot of things changed and a lot of things had to be adapted to.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you realize that when you're playing um, a first coordinator on the opposite side of the ball, right? The
Right.
offense can go into a game and we might be the fifth game they play, so they run power read this percentage of now they see our defense and now they switch it up mid game and now we have to adapt as fast as they adapted.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a lot. We were a young defense to say the least. We were
Uh,
just got
uh,
together.
it's
Yeah,
still,
just got
yeah. I'm sorry. It was still choppy right for a second, man.
All right. we're a defense that just got together, and so I mean we were learning a lot about each other. So this year, I mean, a lot of the guys that are going to be going out there will be guys who have been in the system 2 years. Will be our second year, and so we're going to be way more comfortable. Way more comfortable. I know Coach Bry's going to be more comfortable. And
Okay.
so I know he is too.
Uh, I know because I got used to the questions already, but I know this ain't on here. What were the games you felt like as an individual, but also as a team that you kind of let get away from
I think it's the game that everybody thinks it's gonna have to be FAMU for sure. A lot of people probably say Texas State, but understand. I mean, it's a lot of things to a lot of like a lot. It's a lot of parts to a lot of things, right? I mean, a lot of things go on during the course of a week that people have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't speak on it. We stay as a family and we figure it out. And so going into the FAMU game, we go out the week prior. Our um, DB coach. He gets sick real bad, and he's not even there. Going into the week of FAMU, so we have no DB coach on the sideline. We have
you?
no DB skybox. You know what I'm saying? He's sick, so we're really on the field trying to figure stuff out as it goes along. While we have our special teams coordinator and our linebacker coach trying to coach us as well, with the help of our GAs and different stuff like that. So to go out and to give up 28 points to a well-coached offensive group to a predominant air scheme team, when you look at it, all in all, as it did get away from us, you look at it, you go, first score was a kickoff return.
Right.
Second, they did pass the ball to us, and we adjusted their last two scores. You got to realize they we punted the ball, and they returned two good punts to our opposite 40 multiple
Mm-hmm.
times. I believe 5 times, and we got to be able to stop them 3 times out of the 5, which is a great job on our defense's hand. But they don't score in the second half as well, and so that's a game that definitely it got away from us, but it wasn't a game that we couldn't have won at the same token. So I mean, it's just adjusting throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? Even through that same week, I was kind of banged up. I had gotten into a car accident 2 days before we left. I got into a car accident the day before we left. Totaled my car. I was banged up. I had to get all types of different treatments going into the game, and so I wasn't even out there for pregame. So a lot of stuff. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff that goes on. You know what I'm saying? You got to adjust as it goes. So that's the game I definitely wish that we could have got back. I fully believe if our DB coach and passing game coordinator was on the sideline, that we would have definitely won that game.
Man, well, that's the first time I heard that something that you was in a car accident. I didn't even know nobody. I don't even think a lot of people knew about that. So I'm glad kind of kept it on. You keep it on the hush, but glad that you good, that you okay. Uh, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. I totaled my car. One of my cars I had totaled.
Mm.
It I was pissed because my car
Yeah,
was totaled, but I
yeah,
didn't think. I was like, man, bro, I'm still alive. So other, I
great.
don't even think of I don't think about the negative because man, you can get you another car and everything, but you can't get another life, man. You can't get another life. Um, so again, talk about being at home. We only had 4 home games though.
Yeah,
What was your feeling running out that tunnel at the vet that first time?
it was amazing. I think what was the first game, Bethune game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, running out there was amazing. Running out there was amazing. Hearing the fans cheer and just being able to watch as the crowd developed. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you first go out there, a lot of people aren't in their seats yet, and so by the time you get to the second quarter, looking around, it's like, nah, it's like, all right, it's getting a little packed out here. You know what I'm saying? And our home side always stay packed out. Um, but it was amazing. I mean, I appreciate our fans for the way that they traveled as well, but the way that they showed love, them home games was amazing, and I loved every minute of it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So we I know you say you I wouldn't say starstruck, but I know it was in awe when you walked you ran up out of the tunnel. But
Yeah,
how did it feel running up out of the tunnel during homecoming? In fact, not even running out of the tunnel. How did it feel just for your first homecoming experience at Jackson State the whole week?
I mean, the whole week was crazy, and they was just making sure we was focused. You know what I'm saying, throughout the week. But they also made sure that we understood it. I mean, they did a great job as far as our coaching staff understanding that we're college students, and so they made sure that we also had time to enjoy the festivities as well. And I appreciate them for that because I mean, it allowed us to get out and really step away and enjoy the festivities, be students, enjoy homecoming, and that's why. That's a lot. That's a lot of coaches pitch for, right? Homecoming, homecoming.
Mhm.
Come like this. You've never seen it before, and they actually allowed us to partake in it to a certain extent. But I mean, that was a dope experience for sure.
So did you walk down on the yard for Yard Fest?
Yeah, I was
The yard part?
out there for a little bit. We had to leave while it was going on, so I was out there for a little bit before I went and changed and got packed up.
Mm. Oh yeah, because they sent everybody to the hotel.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think TC is doing. He continued doing the same thing that Coach Brown was doing. Now, is it uh, what is it something that you want to do differently for this coming up season 24?
I feel like making it our team, and when I say our team, I mean it from a player standpoint. A lot of times, you was letting the coaches do a lot of the leading, which is great. Don't get me wrong; having coach leadership is what you need, but a player-led team is a great team, a championship team, and so being able to take this off season and really be a player-led team, I think that's what's going to make those differences in those close games and different games where we should have put teams away or we should have finished it differently or we should have swept them by however many points. Just because holding each other accountable is a little different when you know that guy has held you accountable time and time again during this whole offseason. It's familiar to you. And so it's a lot of things that go into that. And being able to do that throughout this offseason is something that I'm really focused on as a focal point.
Okay. Oh, so I got a question for Mr. Emmett. He's asking, how's the physicality between the MEAC and the SWAC in your opinion?
Um, I'm not gonna say it's any different, honestly. I mean, like football is football. You know what I'm saying? Football is football, and so when people say that, I don't really quite get it. Me personally, I also wasn't heavy into the run game when I was at Delaware State, to say the
Right.
least. I was big in the passing game, being a free safety, rolling the back end. Um, so I personally, I don't see a difference. I stay on 10 when it comes to different stuff. So I don't really, I don't see the difference.
All right. Um, and this is a good one right here. So what what life advice do you give to the have you gave to the incoming freshmen um
Yeah.
coming into the program right now?
Um, it's different stuff that I give. Honestly, I'm on a different wavelength when it comes to different things. I've experienced so much in college. And so my project this past off season was kind of taking Bruce Mitchell under my wing and kind of showing him the ropes. Um, but a different aspect of it, of understanding different things, kind of taking a back seat of learning. You know what I'm saying? Just watching guys, how they move, how they conduct themselves on and off the field. Whether it's me, whether it's another guy, different stuff like that. Um, and that's big. And so I just made sure that he understood that. I also try to get in guys' ears about different levels of stuff, making sure that they don't blow their refund check, stuff like that. I'm big on like business and financials, man. So I always talk to guys it's a different time when the refund checks come in. You see for that whole couple 2 3 weeks, guys walking in different, kind of step. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was telling them. I was big on that type of stuff, but yeah, I mean, just sitting back and learning, being able to be coachable, being able to make sure that you're seen and not heard sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's big too. When you're a freshman, so that's all. I mean, that's the type of advice that I was giving out.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
you say you taking Batman under your wing. That's one of my favorite players, one of my favorite dudes. Got a chance to meet him over the summer when I had my stepson down Jackson for orientation. Um, but he's a good kid, man, and having him under your wing, man, look, keep at it, keep at it, keep at it.
definitely. That's my guy, man. That's my guy.
So, so I look up last night. And you text me, you hit me up on Twitter. I don't really,
Yeah, yeah,
me and you, when it comes to goals and stuff like that, I hit you up, make sure you good and everything. But you hit me up with some different stuff, like with a different tune. So I had to look. Now, what motivated you to start a business in Jackson, in Juice City?
yeah. I mean, this is also some advice I give to the guys, right? The love we have, I explain it like this, right? And I literally explained this the other day when somebody was asking me about different stuff. I said, look, Jackson State fans is the definition of when guys say like I got 3 million followers,
Mm-hmm.
but I wish I had $1 for every follower, right? And so I
Right.
explained it like we have 60,000 fans in our stadium. As a Jackson State football player, if I post to you, I need $1 from every fan. I'm gonna get $1 from every fan. I may get $5 from one fan, but I'm gonna get more than the 60,000 that I need. And that's the type of love and support that we hold true to our own. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
the type of community that we. So I took that and I said, look, like, how can I create something that business for me, but also helps the community as well. Put gets jobs, gets funding, gets different things. Um, to make sure that the community eats, I eat, and everything is what it is. So my aunt actually runs the same type of assisted living centers down up in Detroit. And so I
Okay.
was learning, and I wanted to do it for a couple of years now, more so back in Delaware. But when I came down here and I saw everything that was going on, I got to meet different people, see different things. I'm like, this is something that could be big for the area. And so I just took it and ran with it. Started in about November, and kind of just networked and networked and networked, and just took it from that way. And still just trying to make it bigger than ever. I want to be able to have 3 4 facilities, homes, in Jackson alone, um, and be able to just say like, look, I'm putting jobs. I'm giving people jobs. I'm giving people housing. I'm giving people who need it. Um, and be able to be a help in the community that way.
Okay, so my main moderator, Miss Quay, she asked, is business your major?"
No, so I'm going into the grad program for business administration. So I'm getting my MBA starting next week. But I started in the business field, but I then switched over. I transferred due to different things as far as credits go.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to transfer those. Yeah, so yeah, I'm getting my MBA now. But my mom is big on business. She owns her business. So I got that business like mindset that entrepreneur like myself.
Right. So we spoke on. So I asked you about what motivated you, but like kind of speak on your vision and your goals or your new business venture. Like give it, uh, give everybody the, first give them the name of it, and then just kind of give them the insight. And what else do you need as far as any type of material, whatever? But I know we cannot give it to you per se because you're
Yeah,
still a student athlete. Uh,
yeah.
but as far as I know you got you probably have a business partner and everything like that. So to the business partner, what do you need as a business partner?
Uh, so I mean, first, the name of it is Guthrie Haven Homes. So it's just living arrangement and healthcare providing style living. That we cook, we clean.
Kind of breaking up.
All right, let me get close. It's an assisted living style. And so we cook, we clean, and we take care of the day to day needs of our residents. Whether it's bathing them, whether it's helping them use the bathroom, whether it's feeding them, different things like that. And so we provide the homes, we provide the beds, we provide the food, um, we provide everything. And so it's an amazing, it's amazing, you know what I'm saying, being able to connect with people on the day to day, and really being able to talk to these people, these elderly or these disabled people, just to hear their story. It's very interesting that everybody comes from a different background and how they got to where they're at. Whether it's just them being old and just can't, you know, take care of themselves, or whether it's them going through some in their life, whether it was different medical needs or tragedy that happened, that occurred. And so that's why they're at where they're at. We take care of hospice patients, again, elderly Mississippi veterans, mentally disabled, different things like that. And so what we need as far as things is basic house stuff. You know what I'm saying? Basic house stuff, whether it's food, whether it's cleaning supplies, towels, different stuff like that. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's really all it is. Honestly, it's like somebody coming into your home and you. It's like your grandma coming into your home and you fully taking care of her 24/7.
Right.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? It's, that I just wanted to provide that. I wanted to make sure that people knew that I was the head of it, just because they understand the type of man I am, the type of person I am. That I mean, going in and being able to trust somebody with your elderly, whether it's your grandma, whether it's your aunt, whether it's your uncle, that's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? Being able to,
Right.
it's crazy times now, all types of stories of wild stuff going on. And so I wanted to be able to make sure that they understood that I was at the forefront of it. I'm gonna make sure day to day things are ran properly, whether it's making sure that they're bathed properly, whether it's making sure that they're treated properly, treated well as a human being. You know what I'm saying? That's big for me and how I grew up. I would never, disrespect someone's family at the end of the day. And so when they come into a Guthrie Haven home, they're treated as family from the jump.
I see your mom is in the chat right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I see she in the chat. So um, just let her know that, hey, ma'am, you got a good dude. You got a good son right here. You got a good one. um, let's see. So, do you have do you have any advice for like just to your peers, to young people, people who want to become entrepreneurs, who like look to become entrepreneurs? Do you have advice for them right now?
Um, yeah, I mean, always, you know what I'm saying? Figure out something that's never going away. Figure out a problem and a need. My biggest thing is the elderly, disabled, these different people. That demographic of people and children, babies. You know what I'm saying? And when you're working in those two spaces, you can never go wrong. It's always going to be a need. People are always having babies, and people are always getting old, and people are always getting hurt in different ways to help. Those two demographics of people can always be beneficial for everybody involved. Um, Another thing is, taking that refund check and make sure it lasts you. my business does not cost a lot to start up. It doesn't take a lot to start up being an unlicensed assisted living facility.
Hmm.
It's not a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's being smart with what you're doing and making sure that the few dollars that we do get from a refund check can be turned into a lifetime of profit and revenue, and built upon off of that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure that we're being smart with our funds. Um, and being smart with our funds and making sure it stretches.
All right. Oh man, so I gave a superlative to you once the season had ended, and I pretty much called you the SWAC menace of the year because my guy, you I think you did not stop talking on that field for every play that I see you on there. It's like when I see, when we do a big play, interception, sack, or something like that, I'm looking at six. I'm like, oh yeah, he about to start. He about to start talking, man. He about to get in their face, and it's like when I say a menace, it's like you get under their skin, like you got under their skin to anything for you to for the team to get an advantage. You went out there and you did it. What made you? First of all, what made you become a menace like that just to talk that much noise? Even if we not even winning, you still was out there talking noise.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta pump yourself up. It's times where I was going to the game beating up bad. Times where I walk away from the game beating up bad. And so just being able to kind of just pump myself up, and also being able to get an extra 15 yards was that's going to change the face of the game. You know what I'm saying? There's times where guys got first downs and then they hit me and then now they losing 15 yards off the bat. That's you back where you started. You know what I'm saying? And so I mean, yeah, a lot of stuff happens within the course of the game, and sometimes I just got to pump myself up to make sure I get through it. And so that was my way of making sure I got through it. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people don't realize a crazy game that I had, like where I was like really like wilding, was the Bethune game. And I was talking to mad stuff the Bethune game, but also the opposite quarterback on Bethune. He went to Delaware State. He didn't play that week, but he was hitting me up all week like talking crazy. So I'm like, yo, like you're not even playing, like you're gonna make it bad for them. And so I really had to go out there and show up. But also, I had broken my nose like a lot of people don't know what be going on. I had broken my nose in the Bethune game, probably like first, second quarter. My helmet had like went like crazy down and broke my nose. And so I played like the next few weeks like that, but it had broke my nose and I was banged up after that game. But in the course of the game, I could feel it, and so I was really just trying to like make sure I got through the game. You know what I'm saying? I still played every snap I was supposed to. Still was able to get through the game, take different medicines to get through the game. But I mean that's just like how I got through the game sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Being able to talk some stuff, and getting them out of their head, it kind of gave me some more pump up, gave the fans more pump up. You know what I'm saying? It created a special environment for everybody.
Your mom said you been talking noise since you was 5 on the field.
Yeah,
She said you were 5 years old. You was talking noise on the field.
yeah.
Now she want to plead the fifth. Come on now, mama. You cannot plead the fifth. You can't plead the fifth on this. Oh man. It's something that I did last month. I went down to Tallahassee and I took my mom with me to see
Yeah.
let her see what I do as far as covering the football, covering the game and, starting taking photos and stuff like that. And she very proud of me. And I know your mom right now because you made that choice and that commitment to come down to Jackson and not just to play football, but to be is what you call a model student athlete. Some kids need to kind of understand. what is a model student athlete, and you are pretty much showing everybody what it is. And then if people want to get greasy, you can get greasy right with them on Twitter.
Yeah,
You and Jesse are you and Jesse, y'all two be on Twitter, and y'all have me rolling, man. Like I can't even go. Sometimes I can't even go a day without just laughing at both of y'all, because Jesse gonna say something out of the hand, gonna say something out of the way, and you just gonna be like, you gonna think of something just so smart, and you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it though. Um, so we got 2024 coming up. We're going to 12 games this season, so we're gonna have a little bit more home games this year. Let all Jackson State, let all the Tiger Nation know, excuse me, what it is and where they need to be at for 24.
front row, front row, front row. I mean, I haven't seen the schedule yet. I know we got our first game is versus ULM,
Mm-hmm.
um, which is right in Orleans. But if we can go out and get and be one of the first, FCS teams, one of the first HBCU teams, cool. That's going to be huge, a huge start out to what we're trying to do. And I believe ULM is a team that we definitely can beat.
Mm-hmm.
I believe if bring that HBCU environment down to New Orleans is real bad. So it's one game at a time. Take it one game at a time. I understand it's a process. And so we're gonna take it one game at a time for sure.
So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of. I know you're gonna see a lot of new faces, a lot of uh, old faces in different places. Um, New coaches coming in. But I still say, I'm gonna put it just like this: we the front runners in the East. I call it. I call it like it is. I stand on business. That's my. That's gonna be my motto. I'm gonna stand on business. Um, Let everybody know, man. Let everybody know where they can find you at on social media, and also where they can find the assistant living home that you got.
I'm on Twitter at Esaias Guthrie, my full name as it appears on the screen. I'm on Instagram at excuse me at Say Less. That's SAI LESS. And then the business page is also on Instagram. But I do a lot of my posting from via Twitter, just because I know a lot of people at Twitter. That's where a lot of following is. But on Instagram, it's at Guthrie Haven Homes. That's my last name. Haven, HAVEN Homes. Um, no periods, no underscores. Just straight. And that's where you can find the business page. My contact information's on there. Um, we have the number on there and the email. I believe is on the flyer. And so just reach out whether you want to donate something, whether you want to talk and ask questions, whether you have somebody you want to refer, just different things. Um, I'm always, checking my stuff and making sure that
I think we got some volunteers up too. I still got my stepson just got on campus
mm,
the other day, so I let him know so you could get them so you could let them volunteer. Let them volunteer, man.
yeah,
Um, oh yeah, man. Man, I appreciate you for again for coming on. Like y'all just don't know. I'm telling y'all just don't know. I asked this guy, hey, he did, what I'm saying, you gonna come back on the show? He has no hesitation. He'd be like, I got you, bro. I got you. And I appreciate you for being 100. And I appreciate you for coming to Jackson State and not just being on the football field, like I said, being a model student, being active in the community, um, just showing your face around. and just being a regular, you know what I'm saying, just being a regular dude. Oh, how's your son, man? How's your son doing, man?
He good, man. He's getting big. He loves the games. He loves the games. He loves the environments. He even got seen on the big screen one game, so he had a dope time.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. We're gonna do this one more time before season starts up.
Definitely, we can definitely do it.
All right.
All right, man. Appreciate
Anytime. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Before you say, tell everybody hi. I'm not on like meet or anything. I'm just on like the regular video now. I know. Just tell everybody hi. They can hear you. Hi. All right, girlie. Okay. I was sorry. That's my baby girl. She just called, try to call and see what her daddy doing. And it's cold outside. But man, look, that was a good interview right there. That's just a conversation, man. I won't even call it an interview. I don't even like calling my stuff interviews, call them conversations. But before we get into this basketball action, go ahead and get another commercial going on right now. Be right back.
Yo, it's your boy Doc Holiday with HBCU Overdrive, and I am proud to sponsor Merch Sports. Check out his new line of collection, the Black College Football Fan Club collection. It's basically designed to show support and give respect to the rich history and tradition of black college football. And as you already know, the best college players had to play at HBCUs before integration. So go ahead and check it out over at shopmerchsports.com. Merch Sports. Merch for the sports enthusiasts.
And we back. Hold on. I gotta get my ear on. We back in the building, y'all. Man, look, we are almost to the first hour of the show. We're gonna gonna talk about some basketball games that came on today. Where if you was able to pay for them to watch them because a lot of schools had their paywalls up. But let me go ahead and get into it. Let's get into it let's go into the women's side. On the women's side on the MEAC, y'all. Women's side on the MEAC. This is how we do it. You know how we do it. Do it like we did last season. Oh man. So today the MEAC women don't have a game. They did not have a game. So they did not have a game this weekend. So they'll be back in action on Tuesday. That would be North Carolina Central taking on North Carolina Wesleyan. That would be Tuesday, January 16th at 5 o'clock. And that's on the women's side. But let's see on the men's side. Let's go to the men. Let's go to the women's SWAC. Today it was some good SWAC basketball action. We start off with Alcorn beating Alabama State 49-42. Real good defensive battle. Maybe didn't even have good shot selection in this game right here. Grambling with a big upset against Bethune-Cookman 63-62. Bethune-Cookman is the is basically leading the SWAC in wins right now. So they're number one in the standings in the SWAC. But with this loss to Grambling, it drops them. I think this drops them to 1-1, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, it drops. I think this drops them. Yeah, it drops them to 1-1. So they have not played in over a week. Prairie View women, Prairie View Lady Panthers gets a big victory, 14-point victory over Mississippi Valley, over the Lady Devils of Mississippi Valley, 83-69. FAMU, let's get to it. FAMU Lady Rattlers come out with a 6-point victory over the defending SWAC champion, tournament champion, Southern University Lady Jaguars, 59-53. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what happened. Leading scorer was Olivia Delancey. Also leading in rebounds with 8. And Ariana Grizzle, who's a baller in herself. She had 3 assists on the team for the teams, which led the team tonight. Jackson State with a 29-point victory over Alabama A&M, 70-41. We did hear some not so good news on the home front. Daphne White had torn her Achilles, and that was from a result on Thursday. So she is out for the rest of the season. Prayers up. Have her get yourself together. Have a speedy recovery. Make sure if you can, you probably maybe can red shirt. It's a medical red shirt. So let me his issue. Let's go back to the ladies, FAMU women's. They shot from the free throw line, Israel, 21-30. So they were 70% from the free throw line today. As overall, they only shot the ball 38%. And they only shot the ball from the 3-point line 25%. So, but the biggest thing is they had 42. They had 20 more rebounds than Southern, 42-22, 7 assists, 8 steals, 1 block. But they also had 26 turnovers in this game. With this win against Southern, FAMU is at 2-11. This is the Lady Rattlers, y'all. So they shot 30. They shot 30 free throws tonight, Israel. Now with the big upset tonight. The big upset tonight. Let me get the drum roll. Texas Southern defeats Pine Bluff 85-80 in Houston. With this win, Texas Southern sits at 3-11 for the women. With this loss, the loss for Pine Bluff is at 7-9 in the standings, y'all. In the standings right now, this is on the women's side. The standings sits at Jackson State is 3-0 in conference right now. Texas Southern is in Southern University, Texas Southern, Grambling, and Pine Bluff sit at 2-1 in conference. Bethune-Cookman is 1-1. Alabama A&M is 2-2, followed by FAMU at 1-1. Prairie View, Alcorn sit at 1-2. Alabama State 1-3, and Mississippi Valley is 0-3 in conference. This is just all conference play. But this is a huge upset tonight. The Lady Tigers of Texas Southern University handling the Lady Golden Lions of Arkansas Pine Bluff 85-80 down in Houston, Texas. With all the stuff that's going on, this is probably one of the bigger things that kind of came out as far as when it comes to the sports. Let's all family news. Be funny, man. So let's get into the MEAC men. Let's get on the men's side for the MEAC. They only had one game today. Howard defeats Maryland Eastern Shore 72-61. Howard gets back on to the winning track. They are sitting at 7-11. You're talking about a team, the Howard team, that's pretty much almost, I wouldn't say stacked, but they got a team where they can ball with some Power 5 group teams, some major teams. We shall see what they do as far as when it comes on Monday. So Monday they play Morehouse. Norfolk State plays Virginia Lynchburg in basketball. That's crazy. We already don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Y'all already know how I feel about that. Y'all already know how I feel about that. But that's it on the MEAC side. Then on the SWAC side, for the SWAC men, Prairie View defeats Mississippi Valley men 71-60. Pine Bluff men takes down Texas Southern 70-67. Alabama State with a shocker to me in a sense, but I don't know if these guys are good or not. But they take care of the Alcorn State Braves 55-53. Bethune-Cookman loses to Grambling by 10, 79-69. FAMU takes a big L to Southern University, 74-65. And on the men's side, Jackson State takes care of Alabama A&M, 75-67. For Jackson State, Ken Evans Jr. was the leading scorer with 19 points. Zeke Cook led the team in rebounds with 9 rebounds. And Ken Evans again led the team in assists with 3. Let's see what we got. We had a couple of players that had 4 players in double-digit scoring. Like I said, led by Ken Evans. Jordan O'Neal with 12 points and 8 rebounds. Let's see what else he had on here. Expanded. And 3 blocks. So that's a good one right there. 3 blocks, 1 steal. So he filling up the stats sheet. Zeke Cook, 5 points. 5 points, 2 steals, 1 assist, 9 rebounds. Like I said, 9 rebounds. 4 of those rebounds were offense. 5 of those rebounds were offensive rebounds, so he was banging the boards on the offensive side of the ball. Chase Adams with 10 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. Of course, 1 turnover. So basically, his turnover is his assist to turnover ratio was low, so that's a good thing. Chase Young. 11 points, 1 assist, 6 rebounds. 5 of those are defensive. And then Ken Evans, 19 points, 1 steal, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. 2 of those are offensive rebounds. And coming out the bench, we have Mr. Johnson. We have Mr. Keywan Johnson coming off the bench with 9 points. 9 points, 2 steals, 5 rebounds. And Mr. Cornelius, 8 points, 1 assist, and no rebounds. But those 8 points did help out the team to come away with the victory against Alabama A&M. So now let's go to the standings right now on the men's side for the SWAC. Y'all have to excuse me. So let's go to the men's side. So sitting undefeated at the top of the standings are Southern and Jackson State at 3-0. Alabama State with the loss today is sitting at 3-1. Grambling is sitting at 2-1. Alabama A&M with the loss tonight is sitting at 2-2. Bethune-Cookman is at 1-1. And it's a tie between Pine Bluff, Prairie View, Texas Southern, and Alcorn sitting at 1-2. FAMU is 0-2 in the conference, and rounding out the bottom of the barrel is Mississippi Valley State sitting at 0-3 in conference play. Overall, Southern is up. Southern has the better record with a 9-7 record, followed by Alabama State with an 8-9 record, Jackson State with a 7-9 record, and Bethune-Cookman with 6-9. Pine Bluff and Prairie View 6-10 respectively. Grambling is 5-11. Everybody else is with 3 wins or less. And again, with Mississippi Valley at the bottom of the barrel, with no wins, they have not had their first win this season. They're sitting at 0-16. On the MEAC side of the ball, let me get back to the MEAC. In the standings, so in the standings, sitting at 2-0, North Carolina Central and Delaware State sitting at 2-0 in the standings for the MEAC. Howard is 2-1, so they're a half game back. Norfolk State and Compton State are tied for 1-1 in the conference. Maryland Eastern Shore is 1-2, and sitting at the bottom is Morgan State and South Carolina State at 0-2 right now. North Carolina Central and Norfolk State have the better records as far as right now, 10-7 and 10-8 respectively. Delaware State sits at 9-9. Howard is at 7-11. Everybody else is with 4 wins or less in the conference right now. On the women's side, y'all. On the women's side, and I wish I could show some of this stuff because y'all already know we talked about the paywall and everything, but on the women's side, Norfolk State and Compton State sitting at 2-0. Shoot, anybody want to play this Norfolk State team for the women? Y'all go right ahead. Norfolk State, Delaware State, Morgan, and Howard is sitting at 1-1. Bringing up the rear is South Carolina State and Maryland Eastern Shore at 0-2. Norfolk State is the best women's team in HBCU basketball right now. Women sitting at 12-4. I don't know who else can beat these girls. When it comes tournament time, but if they keep up where they're going right now, I look at them being like a 13 seed. Being a 13 seed, that will be a good one right there. On the SWAC side, in the women's section, on the women's side, Jackson State sits at 3-0 right now, so they are the head of the class in the conference. Texas Southern, Grambling, Southern, and Pine Bluff sitting at 2-1. Bethune-Cookman sitting at 1-1. Alabama A&M sitting at 2-2. FAMU is at 1-1. Prairie View, Alcorn is at 1-2. Alabama State is at 1-3. And again, Mississippi Valley women is sitting below at 0-3. Bethune-Cookman has the better overall record at 10-5, but because of the loss tonight, it didn't really matter. Uh, Bethune-Cookman sitting at 10-5. Jackson State at 8-6. Jackson State and Grambling women is at 8-6. Pine Bluff sitting at 79. Alabama A&M women is sitting at 79 too. Everybody else is coming in the rear with 4 wins or less. But it's a lot of basketball that still needs to be played. We're only in the third game of conference play. So remember, we got this whole month of January, we got all of February, and then you got the first week and a half of March until we get ready to go into conference tournament play. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. Make sure that you are at the games. If it's a home game, at the game, don't matter if you're at Jackson State, it don't matter if you're at Valley, Grambling, whatever swag school you at. Go to a home game. Support these young men and women because they are looking out for us and entertaining us with a good brand of basketball. And it's the same way when it comes down to football. Go attend a football game. Go attend a home game because these kids get up when they see people in the stands for the football games right there. I'm not going to be on here too long. It is after 10 o'clock. But I know before we leave up out of here, I want to get into the NFL. The Texans beat the brakes off the Cleveland Browns 45-14. And the Kansas City Chiefs take out the Miami Dolphins 26-7. I'm going to just tell you just like this. When it comes to playing in freaking weather that is below freezing, you're not gonna win, and especially a team from good old South Florida is not gonna win a game in frigid temperatures. So Texans and Chiefs advance. So let me see the Texans and the Chiefs advance. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, whoever is so on the AFC side, it is Baltimore that is the number 1 seed. So if I'm not mistaken, I think Houston goes to Baltimore. If I'm not mistaken, let me know in the chat if I'm correct. Do I have tickets to the Cowboy game? I wish I had tickets to the Cowboy game. Bruh, that game is sold out. It is sold out. Look, it's the Packers. It's the Packers. We don't like the Packers like that. But that game is sold out. I gotta watch it on my phone. I have to watch the game tomorrow on my phone. And depending on how the weather is, my black ass might be here at the house watching the game because my black ass ain't going out there in that damn weather if it turns out to be ugly. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. So I'm just telling y'all that. I'm just telling y'all. Understandably so. I wish I was at the game, but the game is sold out. I wish it was Aaron Rodgers playing with the Packers because y'all just don't know how bad as Cowboys fans want to stick it to Aaron Rodgers. That bastard when it comes to playoff time, that bastard beats us. I don't care what anybody say. That just irritates me. But anyway, so tomorrow's game, Packers Cowboys at 3:30. That is in here in Dallas. If you're going to the game, make sure you be careful. Stay warm because it's cold in the dog. It is colder than polar bear toenails out there. And then the Rams and the Lions are at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. It should be no problem because why? Both of them, you're playing the dome, so it doesn't matter. Monday, the game Monday is for the Steelers and the Bills. Got moved to Monday from today. That game for Sunday. That game is at 3:30 on Monday now on CBS because it was supposed to be played tomorrow, but because of the weather, y'all know this. I'm gonna tell you like this: as a person, when you watch NFL, you know what type of weather the team is going to play in. If Buffalo let's just say Buffalo lost the last 2 games, okay, then they be going to Pittsburgh. But then again, it'd be the same situation. Because both of them are outdoor weather teams. But because Buffalo played by freaking Lake Erie, it is that when that lake wind hits, that's a different type of cold, y'all. That is a different type of cold. I'm just letting y'all know. James Houston's back on the he should be back on the roster because I think he did make the roster for the playoffs. So that game is at 3:30 on Monday, and then at 7:15 on Monday night on ABC and ESPN. The Eagles and the Buccaneers. The game is in Tampa. The Eagles will be without AJ Brown, so we'll see how this goes right here. Mr. Emmett, I don't think it'll be another job opening. Nah, it won't be another job opening, man. We should be able to beat Green Bay. We don't have to go like the way we set up now, y'all. The way that we are set up for the Cowboys, because we're the number 2 seed in the NFC, we don't leave out of Dallas unless we got to go play San Francisco. The schedule is we don't go nowhere. We stay in Dallas. So for the first 2 weeks, so we win tomorrow. We play next week, either next Saturday or next Sunday. More likely it'll be a Sunday because y'all already know how the NFL loves to put us on Sundays right here. We the Cowboys. But we don't go nowhere. Hey, coach, put some money on it. Put some money on it. Put your money where your mouth is, coach. Put your money where your mouth is, coach. No, but we went. If we beat Green Bay, we'd be at the house. We don't. Whoever we play afterwards between Philly or Tampa Bay. I don't know. I might get Tampa Bay because that's still a huge blow that's a huge blow for the Eagles offense to not have AJ Brown out there. So I might go with Tampa Bay. I might go with Tampa. And it also depends on what if Baker Mayfield is going to be questionable. Hey, Son of Boom. Hey, don't hate. Don't hate. Don't hate. Do not hate. You my boy, but don't hate. Don't hate. we would send y'all ass back up to cold ass Wisconsin. Said we can't score. Well, I mean, if you can't score, but shoot, you got a defense that won't let nobody score. So I mean, it all depends. All depends. Oh, I ain't no founders. Ain't no founders for me. I ain't no blue, no none of that. Mm-mm. This is the light. uh, well, we didn't stumble. Did we stumble? Did we stumble? Did we stumble? The only other loss we had on the game for us during that stretch was against Buffalo. And I think we'll fix everything up. I think we'll fix everything up in the long run. But like I said, we won't leave Dallas for the first 2 weeks. And if San Fran wins in a divisional game, then it would be set up in San Francisco, Dallas versus the 49ers, which I would love to see that, man. That's old school. That's like old school football right there, for real. That is old school football for real. But don't sleep on Detroit, y'all. Let's not sleep on Detroit because they got a team that can actually go out there and put up numbers, put up points, and they got a defense that can get to the quarterback. So let's not keep Detroit out of the mix either. Steelers and Bills. Steelers, I don't know how Mike Tomlin got himself into the play. I don't know how that team got into the playoffs, but Mike Tomlin be working miracles. I don't know what he does, but he be working miracles. And that man got a steady job for life. For real. Just don't know how he do it. But with the Texans, I'm gonna tell you like this: the Texans is what's up, brother Bakari? The Texans to me is I actually like what they got, man. CJ Stroud is on another level. He's playing on another level. He didn't get sacked today. He had 3 touchdowns, didn't turn the ball over. Nico Collins is a dog. Now, if you put Tank Dell out there, if he wasn't injured, you put Tank Dell out there and Nico Collins on the other side, it's lights out. So, lights out. I like what D'Amico Ryans is doing for the Texans. What he's doing with the Texans, that's a good dude right there. Hey, you never know, Miss. You never know. You never know, McCart. You never know. Here he go, man. Here he go. I'm gonna tell you just like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. Our fortunes change. Our fortunes gonna change this year because Jerry swallowed his pride. We got Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor. He should have been in there like 15 years ago. But pride and ego got into the way. So it's still how about them Cowboys? But you never know. I like to see that Super Bowl right there. I like to see that Super Bowl. And y'all know with the NBA, to me, NBA don't start to after All-Star break. I don't care. I don't care. But other than that, y'all, we gonna get up out of here because it's 10:30. I appreciate everybody for joining me tonight. Make sure that you like this stream. Make sure that you comment, share, and most of all, subscribe. Sonny Boom, stop being a hater, but you still my boy. Stop being a hater. Uh, um, Everybody give yourselves a hand for staying up tonight. As always, y'all, man, look, I appreciate everybody. As always, y'all be blessed. Y'all stay safe, stay warm, hug your loved ones. We'll be back on this thing next week. Peace.